Hello everyone, welcome back to Mind Your Venture. I know I've been away for a little while, but I'm happy to be back with you all here. Just wanted to cover, this is what I've been picking up. Just so you know, I still pick up silver every single week. Just like I tell you guys, it's my way of saving money. It's my savings account, and I do it every single week. I go out to my LCS, local coin store, and I pick up what I can with the amount of money that I set aside every single week. And I'm gonna cover a little bit of that with you today. So as you all may know, I've been picking up these for quite some time. These are Morgan silver dollars. You can see this one here is a 1898. And I picked this one up actually today, along with this 1902. So now, over time, I have picked up at least one of every year, and I'm missing 2 years, but the cheapest ones I can find for those particular 2 years are quite expensive, and that's why I don't really get into the numismatics a whole lot. These two that I'm missing out of the lineup, one's about $195 for the cheapest, and the other one is nearly $300 for the cheapest one. It may be quite some time before I pick up those two, but I've been also picking up some 90% silver here, and you can see these are the 2003. Let's see if I can get a good clear image there. This one's a little bit later than 2003, it looks like. So this is the 2009. But over a few years, they were making these coins here, and another 2009 there. And here's one from my home state of Maine. So that's the 2003 that I was talking about. But these are 90% silver, and I've been picking up those along with some dimes there. Now, recently I went into a coin store, and not surprisingly, this place is a family-owned business and it's been around for quite some time. And I'm going to show you what I picked up there and kind of just touch base on the things that I've been covering here on this channel for quite some time. And I always try to tell you guys that you need to be careful when you're out there picking up silver and the things to look out for. Now, while I was in there, he had some fractional. It was actually full ounces, but you were able to break it apart and make 4 equal parts out of it. But they tried cutting it. They tried using metal shears to break it in half. They tried beating it with a hammer. There was no way they were going to get those 4 sections apart on that without actually sawing it apart. So it was just a gimmick on fractional. And like I've been telling you guys, this is what I've been doing for my fractional. So I've been picking up constitutional pre-1965 silver. So dimes, quarters, half dollars mostly. And this one here was actually a free coin from them. And you can see here it was Lone Star coins. And I went on and left a review for them and got a free piece of silver there. And now I really did like this coin store. Originally, I was not going to buy anything there because the prices were a little bit higher than I like to pay. But I like going around and checking out different coin stores and seeing what they have for a selection. And I asked them what they were selling their constitutional for, and they said they were selling it at the same price they were selling their silver eagles for, which was 5 to 7 depending on the quality of the coin. So I did not want to pick up any constitutional because I've been getting it at my local coin store. I've been picking it up for right around spot and a little bit under spot depending on the week that I go in there, and that's where I've been picking up most of that. Now, I saw these in there when I went over to look at the constitutional, and I asked him how much he would sell the Morgans and the peace dollars for, and he said everything in that bin is $31. Now, 31 may seem like a lot for these, but that price is very close to spot, and I think, or I actually know that he made a mistake when he told me that. But immediately when he told me that, I said, I'll take two of these. I'll take one of each of those. And then when I went to purchase, the guy asked the owner of the shop what he's supposed to charge for these. And he looked up at the board and he was like, well, it looks like I was supposed to charge 37, but I told him 31. So go ahead and just sell it to him for the 31 that I told him, which was great. I appreciated that. And I wasn't trying to get over on him. I just thought they were selling them at that price just because that's what they were selling them for. Seems though they were selling everything else at such a high price. I thought that might have been what they were doing, but apparently not. He made a mistake, but he honored it, and I was very happy to leave him a good review and ended up getting another free piece of silver while I was there. So all in all, that purchase came in about 58 cents below spot price for that particular purchase. And I've been making a few more. Here's one that's a little bit more than an ounce. So this one here is 1.5 ounce of silver. So I picked this one up, and that was some fractional there, along with a few more of the Morgans that I was trying to get into my collection. And I got a 1904, 1903, and 1897. Now, I paid about $35 a piece for these, which was a little bit higher than I like to pay. But like I said, I'm on a mission to try to get one of every year in the Morgan silver dollars, and I'm almost there. It looks like I will have to pay a pretty high premium to get the remaining ones out of that collection, unless I can find a really good deal. And I picked up some more fractional. This is a 50 cent, and this is another 50 cent. Like I said, I've been picking up a lot of constitutional because I've been able to find it at spot pricing. Now, this here has been selling online for quite a bit, but I found this one here at my local coin store for $1.50 over spot. So I was pretty happy to pick this one up. Very cool design. Very, very cool design. And then, of course, a couple more Morgans that I picked up. So now, just wanted to touch base. He had some at that one story where he made the mistake and sold these to me for that really good deal that I got. He had some other material in there that he was selling. He did have some platinum and a lot of gold. So it's mom and pop shop. They've been around for 40 years, and he had a Goldback in there, and I was very interested to hear his take on it. Now, I did not go in and tell him that I have a YouTube channel and that I post about these things, but I asked him his opinion on it, and he was a little bit overboard on his answer. He said it's a huge scam. People are getting ripped off buying these things. Stay away from them. We have it in here so that we can show people when they come in to stay away from this. It's a huge scam. You're paying thousands of dollars more than you should on gold when you buy these, which is true, but he did name a pretty high percentage. He said you're paying about 300-400% more than you should for these, it's not true. But I liked his enthusiasm because I feel the same way. It's a scam. It doesn't cost that much for them to make those, and you're paying basically twice as much as what gold is worth. So if gold is sitting at almost $3,400, you're paying $6,800 when you're buying it in those small portions. It's just not worth it. Save up your money and go get yourself some 1 gram bars or 1 gram fractional pieces of gold, or get yourself the 1/4 ounce or 1/10 ounce coins that you can get from most of your coin shops. And yeah, they're going to charge you about 5 to 7%, but it's way better than double the amount like you're spending with those fractional pieces of Goldbacks. And I oppose it quite often myself. And but as always, guys out there, you need to be careful when you're out there buying your silver and buying your gold. So just be careful when you're out there looking at it. And thank you so much for joining me today. I just wanted to touch base and share with you what I've been doing over the last few weeks. On one of my other broadcasts that I've done, I've been talking about real estate And I just did finish up with a purchase of some real estate here in Texas, and that's what's been taking up some of my time. And I'm also looking into possibly opening up an Airbnb in a piece of property. So stay tuned for some of that stuff coming up in the future. But as always, keep on stacking, onward and upward.
There once was a man that stacked silver, so he called himself an investor. But the silver he had was not enough, so he stacked it more and more. Soon then the increase comes, shiny, glittery, and in large sums. Now when the stacking's done, he loved it more and more.